everyone, myself Vaibhav. In today's session of Visual Jforex, I will be continuing with the demonstration of the algorithm development using the indicator named linear regression intercept. This is the second part of the ongoing series, and in yesterday's session, I had given you the idea on which we will be working, and then we had also added the indicator blocks which will be required in today's session. So this is the Visual Jforex board which has been developed by the Dukascopy Bank SA. And in prior session, we had done this instrument subscription. The default instrument is being matched with the instrument of our choice, which is Euro USD. Then the position amount defined at 0. I got these three linear regression intercept blocks with the loopback rate being 1, 2, 3 respectively. Then 15 minutes candle, historical candles of 15 minutes each. Here also the shift is 1, 2, 3. Loopback rate is defined to do the comparison with the linear regression intercept and to make the entry point exact, precise to define the entry point. I have also got these two historical candles. Let us now revisit the chart to give you how we are going to proceed with the buy side in today's session. For a buy trade, the idea is to look at the divergence whenever we see that there is substantial up move, and this is just the start, just the beginning of that move. So in uh, prior to this up move, the historical candles are trading below the linear regression intercept, and then there is sudden spurt, and as a result of that, we see the divergence being created where we see the linear regression intercept sinking on the lower side, whereas the historical candle goes higher. We will be utilizing the shift one to instances where I think the trade might be executed as per our requirement. Let me see. And to make sure this is also the start, we will also be taking into consideration the prior candles, and those candles should have closed below the linear regression intercept. So here we are seeing this big move, but it has happened after a couple of candles have already closed above the linear regression intercept, and as a result of that, it might not be good enough as a representation. Maybe this one will do. So here we are seeing good enough buying momentum. There is substantial difference between its opening price and the closing price, and also the prior candle had closed below this linear regression intercept, and then we need at least the difference of 10 pips between the linear regression intercept value and the closing of the historical candles of 15 minutes. So that will also need to be calculated. So now let us head back with the Visual Jforex board. We have got these blocks in place. Now today it is the need to define the difference and also carry out some calculations. Mathematical block, calculation expression. As I said, the difference between the linear regression intercept and the closing value of the historical candle, last closed candle of 15 minutes should be 10 pips. So we will first need to define 10 pips and then do the calculation. To define the 10 pips, I will have to take the instrument's pip size into consideration. So here is the default instrument pip size, and I will need to multiply it by 10. Here I will create a new variable, divergence, dv, okay, and it will be 10. Save, and this will be a1 into a2. So this result of the calculation will be 10 bits. Divergence requirement. Okay, I will save it as a DR. Now comes the question of looking at the actual difference. So we have to look at the closing value of the candle 16. Created variable candle 16 is here, and candle 16 is closed. I will now need to deduct the linear regression intercept value of last candle A1 minus A2. Okay, A1 minus A2. This will be difference actual. Okay. So here we have got this difference, the divergence, actual one, HRA, and the DR. Now we have to create another requirement where we need the closing and the opening price difference of at least 5 pips. Now these values which I am taking 5 pips or 10 pips, these are not casting stone. We can change it as per our requirement. So if you want more divergence, more volatility, you can define it accordingly. All you have to do is change the value of this variable. Now again, here the historical candle, candle 16, closing and opening value I will be comparing. It should have closed higher, that means its closing value needs to be greater, and it's open. So here this will be A1 minus A2. Open closing value. And this needs to be 5 bits. So again I will have to take one more calculation expression. To define the 5 pips, I will have to take the instrument pip size and multiply it by 5. This will be minimum pip difference A1 into A2 historical candle difference. Okay. Now we have find the divergence and the requirement, and also the requirement of the difference between the opening price and the closing price of last 15-minute candle. Now comes the time to define the conditions on the buy side. I will take a multiple action block and logical. Okay, here it is. I will leave some space. For the time being, I am connecting this flow, but again we will have to disconnect it when we will be building the sell side, and there I will have to carry out fresh calculations before the sell side requirements are well defined. Now let us again take a couple of if blocks. Requirement is that the historical candle with shift value of 3 should have closed below the linear regression intercept of that point. So for that I will have to take into consideration the candle 18's closing value. Candle 18 has a lookback period of 3. Auto created variable candle 18 close should have been less than line 15. Line 15 is the linear regression intercept output for 15 minutes candle with lookback period of 3, and it should have been closed lower. First input less than second input. Then comes the current candle, current historical, last one, not current, one. Here candle 16's close needs to be greater. So I will have to now look at this candle 16's close needs to be greater than line 13. Line 13 is the regression intercept value for last 15-minute candle. Okay, so far so good. Couple of more blocks will be needed. It should be first input greater than second input. And now we will have to look at the values which we have generated with this calculation expression block, and the divergence needs to be greater than 10 pips. So this first input needs to be greater than second input. Okay, all right. Then I will have to also look at the volatility, that there is buying momentum in the 15-minute candles. So I have defined that it should be greater than 5 pips. So OPV now needs to be greater than HCD. So this condition has now been defined. Let me arrange this for requirements. We will also need to compare the linear regression intercept value to its prior values to make sure that it is now in decline because of the sudden spurt, and that is adding to the divergence. So one more, I will take a couple of blocks because even for pinpointing the exact entry point we will need to look at the closing values of 10-second candles. It is taking a bit more time. So let me do the comparison between line 13 and line 15. Oops, something gone wrong. Line 13 needs to be less first input. And now comes the defining of exact point where the order needs to be executed, and that is when the price starts to rise above the closing value of last 15-minute candle, which is candle 16. So candle 16's close needs to be taken into consideration. I will take one more block. Okay. And now we will see the closing values of 10 seconds candle. The shift to value should be less, so that means candle 20 should be candle 20 close should be less than the candle 16 candle close, and candle 20 is here. It needs to be less, whereas candle 19 is 10-second candle with shift value of 1. Its close should be higher. Okay, so we have now further defined these three additional conditions which I will put in place. Alright. And now I will add open at market logical trade. OPV needs to be greater. Let me look OPV and LCD values. Yes, it's right. And then comes this. Candle 19 should close higher. And we will be now looking at the slippage. I'll change it to pips, and stop loss, take profit. These levels need to be defined, but for today's session, we will leave these as it is with the default values. Maybe in next session, I will see if we can customize these, or we can leave it with the default setup, or even we can hard code it with certain predefined pips. We can take multiple ways with this defining of stop loss and take profit. So far, we have mostly done with the buy side, and in the next session I will be defining the sell side, and also we will deal with the stop loss and take profit. Thank you all for joining in. Do come back for next session. Till then, goodbye.